A warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, would like to thank all of you for liking our channel and content. Today, we are going to talk seriously on a very nice topic. Why seriously? Because this topic is about serious comedy. Two words that don't go together at all. But yes, comedy is a serious business. Many people today nowadays opt for choosing comedy as a profession. And how is it possible that they take it up for themselves? Does the chart also show that comedy can be taken up as a profession? Yes, the chart, if it shows, it is said to show everything, then it should also be seen whether a person has an inclination for comedy, and is there anything in his chart that will show that he can take it up as a profession on a later date. So, without wasting much time, let us move ahead and check out the relation of astrology with humor or comedy. First, let us talk about the planets. The first planet that we all know that is associated with speech is Mercury. Mercury is a very beautiful planet which gives us an ability to answer on spot. It is represented as a young person, and so when a young man gives a very beautiful quip back again to us, we are all in you know we are all laughing, rolling with laughter, and we are all very happy to listen to a beautiful quip. The quip needs a certain amount of quick thinking. This Mercury gives the quick thinking, but the correct answer or the right way to form some answer is given by Jupiter. So, as per my research, as per what I have seen, if there is there is a connection between Mercury and Jupiter by way of conjunction, by way of nakshatra parivartan, by way of aspect, by way of house changing, whatsoever, if there is even a subtlest of connection between Mercury and Jupiter, then the person, even if they do not want to take it up as a profession, will have the ability to think properly and answer in a very correct manner. Then Venus, for all professions and fine arts, and if we need to earn money from that source, Venus is important for the fine art. And acting and comedy go hand in hand, and comedy is a serious business. I repeat again. So we can, if we want to earn money from that, a Venus should also be good. Mars gives us an ability to be sarcastic at times and to hit right there on mark, which at times is required when we're talking about comedy also. Then let's talk about the houses. The third house is a very important house because third house is a house that gives us the ability to laugh out loud. And it also is the house of vocals. That is, it gives us the ability to deliver our speech, deliver our make our delivery much more interesting so that it can generate the required laughter. Second is the fifth house. The fifth house is the house of expressions. The fifth house is a house of becoming a celebrity. The fifth house is a house on how you showcase your knowledge and how you gain recognition. Then we come to the seventh house. The seventh house is the house which talks about a public platform. So people who have to let go of their fear of speech need to have a strong seventh house. If the seventh house is strong, you will have no problems standing in a given place and talking your way out. The 10th house denotes profession. Now, for those people who are good at comedy but don't want to have make it into a profession, the 11th house becomes important because that 11th house gains you appreciation, gains you recognition on people. And if we need to put it up as a profession also, then also this 10th house along with the 11th house converts all our achievements into monetary gains also. When we talk about any aspect of life, some or the other nakshatra must denote that aspect of life, because the houses are definitely related to that. So the first nakshatra to go that way is the Ashwini nakshatra. Ashwini nakshatra is a nakshatra of impromptu behavior, getting right there at the right time. So the timing, so beautiful execution in quickly is done with Ashwini Nakshatra. Also, to their advantage, the Ashwini Kumars are pranksters and are very jovial. So this nakshatra will definitely showcase a lot of humor. When we talk about the moon nakshatras, be it Rohini, be it Shravana, or for that matter, Hasta, the haha hasta will give you a lot of laughter. Shravana gives you great sense of timing, albeit certain amount of sarcasm attached to it. And Rohini Nakshatra is also all about having a good laugh at the expense of others, making jokes at others. So this also gives you an ability to be very creative and be a good comedian. Okay. And then we move to Purva Phalguni. This Purva Phalguni Nakshatra gives you the ability to think on your feet, to be creative, and it also gives you the ability to be very, to get due recognition from people, be it in terms of money or in terms of honor. The Anuradha Nakshatra is a nakshatra that creates congenial environment. So to get people together on a platform, laugh, have fun, this nakshatra is also a good one. Finally, we talk about the Uttar Bhadra Nakshatra. The Uttar Bhadra Nakshatra is a nakshatra which is calm and collected. It is a happy nakshatra and gives you a very happy feel. So, this nakshatra definitely generates happiness and calmness, a state of mind which Jupiter is very happy about. And if there is any planet in this nakshatra, the person will tend to have a happy frame of mind, being able to receive and be humorous and to also be very timely in their approach. So these are the planets, houses, and nakshatras we need to see when we're talking about humor in a person. In addition, as I have stated earlier, if we are going to take it up as a profession, we should definitely see the 10th house and subsequently the D10. If such a D10 does give a person a chance, gives a person an ability to extend it humor in his career. So going ahead, we see the chart of Raju Srivastav. Raju Srivastav is an Indian known comedian, and he is known to be very clean and clear comedy that he projects on stage and off stage. And his sense of humor is impeccable, along with his sense of timing. Also, one thing that we should know about him is that he's come from very humble backgrounds and he's made his mark in the industry with a lot of effort. So, beginning with his moon is the lord of the lagna and placed in the 10th house, denoting that humor does form a part of his repertoire. And why it is so? Because moon is in Ashwini nakshatra. His quick thinking, his sense of timing comes with that Ashwini nakshatra, something which is inherent inborn within him. His Mercury is the third lord. Third house, as we've already seen, is all about speech. It is all about quick thinking, and it is in the house of Jupiter. And Jupiter for him is in the ninth house and in Revati Nakshatra. Which the total thing denotes that there is a connect, a house and a nakshatra connect between Mercury and Jupiter, giving them a strong, subtle underlying. As far as Venus is concerned, Venus is the lord of the fourth house of masses and the 11th house of gains, in the seventh house with the seventh lord on a public platform, saying that he will get money from a public platform when he is able to connect to the masses. And when we talk about the fifth house, his fifth lord is also with Mercury in the sixth house of hard work. And so he has to exert a lot of hard work to go to reach his point. And sixth house is also the house of competitions. Rajesh Srivastav made his mark in the Laughter Channel challenge, in which was a competitive platform for uh, people who wanted to go into comedy on a professional level. So we see that the 3, 5, 7, and the 10th and the 11th houses are all involved. Now, because he had moved into the professional level of doing things in comedy, so we just for once let us check his D10 chart also. As we moved into his D10 chart, what we see is that a Digbali, exalted Mercury, which is the lord of the Lagna and also the 10th lord of the D10 chart, sits right there on the Lagna. And Mercury, we have seen, is the planet that is very, very important because we placed it right there at 1 when we're talking about planets. Mercury is the planet that gets him so much of name, fame, and authority, or name, fame, and money. As we move on to Jerry Shenfield, for Jerry Shenfield, we see again his Lagna is in his Mercury is in the Ashwini Nakshatra, and Mercury is the third and the sixth lord. Third lord is the lord of thoughts, quick thoughts. His Jupiter, which is the ninth lord, is present in the third house and is the dispositor, and the Mercury is its dispositor. Finally, the fifth lord is Sun. Sun is present right there on his Lagna in the first house, and it's an exalted sun. When we talk about Venus, Venus is the lord of the second and the seventh house, and it is placed in the second house of money, wealth, and administration. Jerry Shenfield, we all know, is the writer, producer of the series Seinfeld, and he's earned millions through that sitcom. So, and he's also, as we know, he's a comedian par excellence. So these nakshatras and these combinations make a person a great comedian. For records, if we also can go and check out Kapil Sharma's chart, who's a very well-known Indian comedian. He's got Saturn and Jupiter, both retrograde, giving him Cheshta Bal in the fifth house, and that too in Hasta Nakshatra, as we had talked about. Ketu in the ninth house, in the nakshatra of the moon, that is Shravana Nakshatra, and his ascendant is in Rohini Nakshatra. As I told you people earlier on, the moon nakshatras give you a great ability to become a great comedian. So we see that if you have these combinations in your chart, you definitely are quick-witted. If you want to take up this profession of being a stand-up comedian or a comedian elsewhere, you can definitely do that with a lot of hard work and practice. Don't forget to get your D10 chart checked. So this is how we can say that a comedian will go places. Till we meet with you again, please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.